The goal is not to shame. The goal is to reprove. I am not a shepherd. This is not my job. I shouldn't have to substitute or chime in for the lack thereof. These compromised pulpits in this country, the 501 pulpits. Now the point is for little girls to hear this word from Sierra about abstinence out of her mouth. But I'm going to have to chime in on this false archetype. Sierra's displaying contrary to Genesis 2, image of Yah. First of all, this is not premeditated because the creature is unaware of her predictive programming that came from the world, those systems, those schools of thought, unaware of mind control, brainwashing, unaware those schools of thought are counterfeit, bankrupt in nature, contrary to the living word. And we all grew up in these systems. So common sense, there's no way this is premeditated. It's more desensitized. Numb to the fact because we grew up in those systems. It's unfair for one to receive the radio, the TV screen, the big screen as doctrines of devils, demons, heretical pulpits under sedition. Hence the terms mind control, brainwashing, predictive programming. The creature is unaware. That's why the behavior continues. Another focus point. The point is not to run over or crush the creature. This vessel of honor professes Jesus as her master. So I don't have to go all in. Anything that would be opposite of the fruit of the Spirit by default would be counterproductive, counterintuitive to this video that I'm making. It's good. It's very good that every year rookies are coming into the league and receiving Christ as their master. But they're not being debriefed properly. They're not being given the full picture of the simulation they're coming out of for a higher simulation. The school of thought, Satan's kingdom, they're coming out of for higher learning. God's kingdom, okay? A better curriculum, Okay, it's not being explained to them. They need to wash off the old, put on the new. These 501 pulpits and their lust and greed for money. It's not being explained to them. They need to take off the dress of the world and put on the dress of God. Yah, Genesis 2. Which is why you get these false archetypes like displayed in this video. Because when these rookies are coming into the league, they're getting lost in translation. That's where this image displayed stems from, being lost in translation with the why are you judging me, and none of that is premeditated. I mean, the pulpits suck. Those type of defense mechanisms are genuine, in my opinion, and sincere, in my opinion. The creature is genuinely distraught, confused, flabbergasted, because they don't understand their predictive programming. They don't understand mind control, being brainwashed. Satan has his kingdom. Okay, God has his kingdom. It's not being explained to them. There are certain principles one adheres by in the old kingdom. There are a new set of principles one adheres by in the new kingdom. Okay, every archetype, HBIC, diva, vixen, Barbie doll, those archetypes are counterfeit. Okay, the enemy has a counterfeit for everything in the codex. Okay, the Holy Spirit did not teach you those archetypes. Okay, you learn those in the world. When you cross over to a better university, okay, higher learning institution such as Harvard, okay, when you cross over to higher learning, you have to understand your paradigm will change, principles will change. What was set in stone before will no longer be validated in the new school. Those things will no longer hold true. What you learned in Satan's kingdom. That's where the lost in translation is coming from with these with rookies who come into the league and cross over, but they fail to understand you can't cross over with your immodesty. You have to put on modesty and take off your immodesty. Satan's kingdom taught you one thing. You have to yield when the Holy Spirit, the Ruach, is teaching you another thing.